Right, good morning everybody, JJ Richards, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today it is the 15th of August and tomorrow we are now just 8 weeks out from the first competition of the year, which still feels crazy to say first competition of the year as I've literally been dieting since January. So update on today's video then. So my body weight has dropped quite a bit over the last week. So my body weight this morning was 93.6, which is by far the lowest it's been all prep. And also from my checking pictures, I can tell that I'm looking a little bit flat. You do need to run flat for a certain period of time during a competition prep, just to make sure you get that body fat off. But it's just important to not run flat for too long, otherwise you will start losing some muscle tissue. So with that said, today we get a refeed day, and I did a poll on Instagram a couple of days ago to say what would you rather see, either a refeed day or I was gonna go through a sleep supplement stack review, and everyone voted for the refeed day, so that's what I'm gonna bring for you today. So with that said, it is time for meal number one. Cardio is already done and dusted, so I just did 35 minutes on the bike this morning. I've been doing the Stairmaster pretty much all week, so I've been working early, so I've been going on the stairs before I start, but I did plan on going for a walk. So I find walking is probably my favourite kind of cardio because I don't really like sitting there on a stationary bike just staring at the timer for 35 minutes, but actually wasn't too bad this morning. So cardio is done, check-in pictures have been done and sent off, so now we're about to have breakfast, which is this delicious concoction. So I'm still doing the overnight oats, and this has pretty much been my breakfast for the past 4 or 5 weeks. So we've got 75 grams of oats, 75 grams of blueberries, and I use the frozen blueberries because it just mixes in and it tastes a lot better, and I've got 50 grams of whey protein. So this is meal number one. So again, I cook this the night before, stick it in the fridge, and it's really quick and easy to eat in the morning. So many people always complain that they don't have time for breakfast. However, this takes 5 minutes to prep and it takes literally 5 minutes to eat. So I'm gonna eat meal number one now, and then after this, I'm gonna go and train some legs. So I've just pulled up to the gym now. So again, I'll be training in City Fitness today in Melksham. They've got some very, very good kit for legs, especially the hack squat. I really like the hack squat. So I've got a session in my head that I'm going to do today. I'm going to try and get a few clips of like the heavy compound stuff, because there's something I've been trying recently and I did it yesterday and it was unbelievable. So I want to see if I can do it today, and then I'll show you guys what that is and I'll explain it a little bit more. So I've had pre-workout today because I find that whenever I have a refeed day, I try and mentally like compensate for the calories that I'm taking in. So I will absolutely go crazy in the session today, and I'm training on my own. But I've got my intra workout here, which if you haven't seen my previous video, which is like my full day of supplement regime, then please check that out because I'll go through all my supplements in that. But without further ado, I'm gonna go in the gym and I'm gonna hit some PBs, I'm gonna go crazy, and we're gonna get massive. Right, so just finished on squats and I managed to get 220 for 2 reps, and it wasn't actually too difficult. I reckon if I had a spotter I could have probably got 3, but when I'm training on myself, especially before competition, sometimes you've got to err on the side of caution and not let ego kick in too much. So I always find that when I'm leading up to a competition, I have to lift heavy still, because when I'm doing a lot of cardio and my calories are low, my legs tend to get stringy. So I find if I just hit volume without hitting weights, then I see like a decrease in the volume of my legs. So I always try and make sure that I still stick to the heavy compound stuff whilst in pre-comp. I know it's unusual and a lot of people talk about not training heavy leading into a competition, but for me I just have to, and you know, I've done it for 10 years, so I kind of know now what works. So what I'm going to move on to now is doing a hack squat, and what I've recently been introduced to is a cluster set. So basically what a cluster set is you do 4 reps, pause for 15 seconds, another 4 reps, pause for 15 seconds, and you do that for 4 sets, but it's kind of all one, it's like a cluster set. So you get a combination of hitting volume but also hitting a decent amount of weight as well. So you kind of tick in both boxes, and I've only just started doing it. I know Patrick Tor talks about it a lot, and I've seen that James Hollinshead and a few others have introduced it, so I thought I would give it a go yesterday on biceps, and it was absolute killer. So I'm going to show you what it looks like now, because I'm going to move on to some hack squats. That workout was absolutely insane. So I went in there with a mindset that I was going to absolutely destroy it, and I think I definitely achieved my objective. So squats, happy days, that's really good. I've not really played with weight over 180 during the whole lockdown, so I've done it a couple of times, but I feel like there's a lot more in there, and I think I'm going to get stronger over the next couple of weeks as well. And that cluster set that I showed you guys, so that hack squat is actually quite deceiving, because it's quite a heavy machine. So I did 3 plates per side, because obviously I was quite fatigued after the leg extensions and the squats. And you see I did the first 3 like clusters of 4, and it actually wasn't too difficult. So on the last one I did 8, and that absolutely fried my legs. I actually had more energy. I was going to do one more exercise after the leg press, but I got told that I had a 2-minute countdown to leave, because you've got to book an 1.5-hour slot at the moment, and then they've got to clean for 10 minutes before the next lot of people come in. So I didn't quite have time to finish one more exercise. However, I think that that was definitely enough. But enough about the workout. This video is all about my refeed day. So I'm literally about to head into Marks and Spencer's. Very bougie, I know you're thinking. So meal 3 today is burger and chips. Not just 1 burger, but 2 burgers. So I thought I'm gonna treat myself. There's nowhere decent where I live in Chippenham to eat out. Like, there's no decent burger places, there's no decent takeouts. Like, the food is absolutely crap. So I'm gonna go to Marks and Spencer's, I'm gonna cook it myself. Right, so I'm just about to prepare meal number 2 for today. So that is going to be 200 grams of cooked chicken and 75 grams of uncooked basmati rice. So I'm actually going to cook in bulk, because I have 1 chicken meal that I've got on the plan for today, and then back to my original diet. So I've got 2 chicken meals for tomorrow. So rather than having to cook all of this fresh, I'm going to do it in bulk now, get it boxed off, so I'm not in the kitchen all weekend. So at the moment, how I'm cooking my chicken is I've got this tandoori masala spice. You can grab this from Sainsbury's. I've used this for the past couple of years and I don't really get bored of it. It's got no sugar in it, tastes great. And then also, to bougie it up a little bit, I'm also gonna add in some shallots, cook it all up, throw it in the oven for 18 minutes, and then whilst that's cooking, get the rice on, job's a good one. So here's meal number 2, very quick and simple bodybuilding food. So 75 grams of uncooked basmati and also 200 grams of cooked chicken. So I'm actually going to go and eat this upstairs in bed, because once I've eaten this, I'm going to have a little power nap between meal 2 and meal 3, because whenever I'm not working, I always like to nap. And also, this little bad boy, this is probably my new favourite sugar-free drink. So it's 7-Up, but it's cherry flavour as well. Tastes unbelievable. So I'm going to have the last few dregs of that with this meal, and I'll see you guys for the next one. Right, so it's time for meal number 3, which is definitely going to be the best meal of the day. So what I've got is, I've got the burgers here. So I've got 2 beef burgers and also 2 portions of fries. So I'm going to start off, I'm going to cook them on the griddle pan just to try and get that nice crispy edge in, and then I'm going to stick them in the oven, throw the cheese on them. So they're going to be finished in the oven. Then I'm going to cook some bacon, and then I've got the chips in the Active fryer, and I'm too excited to talk because I'm so excited about this meal. I'm just going to cook it.
with him.
Yeah.
And me and Emily are trying to pet them.
That is good.
Mm.
Oh man.
It's a good burger.
That's a great burger.
It is a good burger.
What have you got? Wow.
Hello, camera.
You gonna eat it?
This is good.
Right, so because I'm getting such a huge YouTube star these days, I've actually hired my own cameraman to save me doing it myself. So here he is. What's your name, cameraman?
Spider-Man.
So I've actually got Spider-Man as my cameraman just because I'm so epic. And what are you going to say to the camera, Finley?
I'm Spider-Man.
Right then, so it is now 6:30 and time for another feed. So meal number 4 today, I've got 200 grams of jacket potato and 240 grams of salmon. Normally this is like my favourite meal of the day. This is normally what I would eat post-workout on a typical training day at the moment. But because the food's been a little bit different today, I'm having it now rather than post-workout. So I've still got 2 more meals to eat after this. I'm already starting to feel a little bit tired. But what I do normally do is after this meal, get the kids in bed, and then I normally have my last 2 meals in bed, so I take them both up with me because I like relaxing in bed and watching TV in the evenings. But I'm gonna eat this now, and then I'm gonna see you guys in about 2 hours for the next meal. Right, so firstly, excuse the dodgy 2-ton ceiling. When the storms came a couple of months ago, we had a terrible leak which resulted in the ceiling actually falling through. However, we're still waiting on the builder to come out and repaint it. So I just wanted to justify why that looks like that. But anyway, back to the video. So last meal is here. So I've just got a sirloin steak, and it's about 200 grams. So I'm gonna eat this on its own, no carbs with this meal, and I'm gonna head upstairs. Then the last meal I have before bed is literally 50 grams of whey protein, and I also have a tablespoon of peanut butter. And at the moment, I am a big fan of the pepper nut peanut butter, the crunchy one. I accidentally bought Smooth the other day, and I don't like Smooth. It's all about the crunchy. So that at the moment is my recommendation for peanut butter. But anyway, I'm a bit tired. It's been a long, boring day today, so I've not really been up to much, as you can see, but life of a bodybuilder isn't that fun. So, I hope you enjoyed this video, a bit of an insight into my diet 8 weeks out. Obviously not a typical day, but just to show you what my refeeds are like. It's normally pretty similar to this whenever we have refeeds throughout the whole of prep. So like the video, don't forget to subscribe, and until next time, peace.